Yo, how you doing? I'm going to show you how to make this bread today. It's a beautiful Italian bread. So anyway, before I show you all the ingredients and how to do it, this one here I made a couple hours ago. It's totally cooled off real nice, and I'll cut into it right now and I'll show you what it looks like before I get started. Oh yeah, looks good. It's really crunchy on the outside and it's really super soft on the inside. Okay, it's the next day. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is to make the loaf that I just cut into previously in the video. You're going to start with 2 cups of flour. This is just regular all-purpose flour. So 2 cups of that. Two of those. Next is half a teaspoon of salt, just regular table salt. That gets dumped in. The next and last dry ingredient is the yeast. Now this is bread machine instant yeast. I've done it with the regular dry yeast, I think it's called. To me, it all works the same. This is what I got open, so I'm using it. But I've used both. And that's just a 1/4 teaspoon. That goes in. So, next thing you do now is you whisk all that stuff together. Okay. Now you use the only other ingredient, which is 8 ounces, 1 cup of warm water. Just dump that in. Now this bread dough, compared to all the other stuff I used, this is the no-knead method, which I talked about. This is it's just a sticky, like you wonder how it's even going to turn into bread, because when you do the kneading type of bread, it's got to be real tight. It's got to be real stiff. So I should actually mix this with a spoon. Use the dry to mix it. So let me get a spoon here. Okay, just mix that. Like I was saying, if I was going to knead this, if it was the other type of bread, it would have to be way tighter than that, because you wouldn't be able to roll it, knead it. But this, all you do is mix it around a little bit, and that's it. It's sticky, and to me, you wonder how it's, every time I make it, I'm wondering how it's going to turn out, but it does every time. So what I do is, let me get a little spatula. Just now, get it in the bowl. And just try to get it to sit in the center like that. That's about it. Now you cover it. You could use the plastic wrap. I've done that a lot of times, but I found one of Diane's Tupperware bowls that had a lid on it. So now you got to let this sit for, I've done it for 3 hours. I've done it, now I'm doing it at a consistent 4 hours. Diane tried it the other day. She let it rest for 12 hours because some people say you can let it, we didn't really see a difference. So I suggest 4 hours. So you just let it sit somewhere. Doesn't have to be in a warm area. Just put it somewhere on the countertop and let it sit for 4 hours, and then come back, and then it'll be ready for the next step. Okay, it's been about 4 hours now, and now we're gonna uncover it. We're gonna take a look at it and go to the next step. Oh man, rose nice. So if you remember what it looked like beforehand, now that's what we came up with here now. Looks great. So the next step is get a little bit of flour, put some out. You can use a board or put it out on the countertop. Really doesn't matter. I found out. I'm gonna put a little flour down like this. You're gonna get this this sticky dough. I mean, it's still sticky. It's but you just put it out right onto the board. Yeah, it really rose nice. Now again, if I was making those softer, more longer loaves of Italian bread, this would be nothing like this type of dough. So this is its own thing here. Okay, so now you're going to get a little bit more flour, and you're just going to sprinkle it on the top a little bit like that. Next step is put a little bit of flour on your hands, and you're just going to kind of fold this over a little bit like that. Fold it once. Fold it twice. Fold it again. And then fold it one more time. And that's it. Now you're going to pick this up and you're going to put it into a clean bowl with a little bit of flour on the bottom. Now it has to sit here for about another hour. I've tried it at a half hour, but now I like to go with the hour because I just think it works better. I don't think it's that important. You could probably even go more than an hour. But now it's going to sit here covered, and it'll rise again. It won't rise that much, but for some reason it just needs to sit again. So that'll sit again for an hour, and then I'll be back. Okay. All right, it's been an hour. So we're going to uncover the dough and get it ready for its final baking. Let me just say beforehand, you're probably wondering what this is. This is an oven roaster, and I have to use this. Our oven about a week ago stopped working, so we only have the range top working on it. So I dug this out of the basement. It works. We use it during the Christmas holidays, cook stuff in when the stoves, got other stuff on it. So it's an oven roaster. It says 450 degrees. I can only get about 410 degrees, which is, it'll work. The recipes for this bread call for 430, 450. I've been getting 410 degrees out of it, and it's been working good. I'm happy with it. So that's why I have this out here. While this has been resting for its last hour, you have to, on your regular, kitchen oven, you have to preheat your oven to 410 degrees with a baking vessel inside. Which is, what's a baking vessel? Well, I'm going to show you. To get this type of crunchy bread, this is the way you have to cook it or bake it. So I'm going to show you what that is. And you've seen them, you know what it is. It's basically just one of these Corel dishes, it needs to have a top on it. That's why I use this one. I'm at 425, so that's good. So I take the top off of this. It's already got to be hot like this. And I put a little bit of oil in there, olive oil, spread it around. You don't really have to, but sometimes I just try different things. So that's already hot, of course. Whoa, man, that rose nice. Okay, I didn't expect it to rise that much, but it rose again. Now you take this and just plop it out of here. It's still sticky. You take it and just plop it right in to that baking dish. Just like that. And that's it. Put the top back on it. Pick up the gloves. Put it inside. I put my little oven thermometer back in. Cover it. And 30 minutes. You're gonna have a nice looking bread. Now another thing is, at the end of the 30 minutes, I've been practicing different ways. You can uncover it, so you go 30 minutes. Then you can uncover it and put it back in, cook it for maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you wanna get it a little bit more crustier on top. I've tried it. I didn't really get that much of a difference, but we'll see what it looks like at the end of 30 minutes, and then we'll decide then. All right, see you in 30. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, and the bread's done. It should be done. In fact, I know it's done, and I'll tell you why, because I just did this segment, but I forgot to hit the recording button. So it's been 10 minutes. The oven's off. I put it back in there to make it look like I'm just taking it out now, but that's what happened. I already cut it and everything, although it was too early to actually cut it. But I'll just show you now what it's like to take it out. Put your gloves on because it's still 410 degrees in there. So you take it out. Oh man, it rose beautiful. It really looks nice. In the beginning of the video, well, the beginning of this segment, I greased the bottom of this baking dish, and I don't know why. I just always do different things, but it always comes out easy. Basically, this is how easy it comes out. I mean, that easy. It just falls out. And again, it's cut because I already cut it 10 minutes ago when I took it out. So that's how nice it came out. It came out beautiful, I think. It's hard, you know, crispy, and you know, the same consistency as I've been getting. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'll just let this cool, and that's it. So I hope you like it. If you like this type of bread, and if you make it, let me know. Okay, talk to you later.